So with our government public policy pathway, government law and public policy pathway, we basically have guest speakers come in once a month. Now, obviously, because we are virtual right now, it's a little convenient for our speakers to do it that way as well. So every month we have a seminar. Now, normally when we are back to normal scheduling, it would take place during the block 3 and 4, which is our lunch and advisory block. But because of being on the hybrid schedule and being virtual right now, our time window for our seminars is at 12:30 to 1:30. So every month we have guest speakers coming in from all different fields. For example, for the month of December, we had Detective Darren Simon from the Middletown Police Department. Next month, January, we have Mayor Perry, who will be speaking to our students in regards to Middletown Township. February, we have FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation, that's going to be coming in and speaking to us. So we have some really good guest speakers that come, and it's a really good way to get some insight into different opportunities in different fields, for example. And most of the time, when guest speakers first come in, everybody's a little bit shy asking questions. But as we start to go through the seminar, it's really great because questions start to pop up into people's heads as the guest speaker is speaking as well. And it's a really good opportunity to kind of enlighten yourself and maybe even spark interest in a field that, possibly you weren't even thinking about pursuing. So it's a really, really great opportunity. Middletown North and Middletown High School South both provide it. And like I said, it opens your eyes to new fields as well. And by having these guest speakers come in once a month, it's a lot more than what you would see in a normal classroom where maybe you have one guest speaker throughout the course of a whole year. So the fact that we have 10 guest speakers come in through one school year, and if you're within the program for 4 years, that's 40 guest speakers over the course of your high school career. So it's a really great opportunity to kind of touch upon all different fields and maybe hit something that might generate your interest as well. So is there any specific questions maybe that you might have pertaining to how GLP3 works as far as the classes and things of that nature, the grade requirements or anything like that?
Yeah, I do have some questions about grade requirements and like how I enroll. So like, how would I do that?
Okay, so you're currently in 8th grade?
Yes.
Okay, so you would obviously contact your guidance counselor first. Let them know when they do the scheduling. I'm not sure, Ms. Morales, if they started to do the planning for scheduling yet for high school. Do you know?
They will start scheduling, I believe, right after the break, but the course selection guide, Lauren, will be shared with you tomorrow. So you can start looking at the website and all the different course offerings. And there's a page for GLP3 that shows you the different courses that we advise that you take if you want to kind of stay on track in the pathway.
And as far as the grade requirement too, it's a 70 average within the pathway in order to maintain and get credit status-wise toward graduation for the pathway. The one thing we do encourage as well is that there's so many great co-curricular and clubs and opportunities that kind of mesh with GLP3 as well. I'm not sure if you saw the video that Mr. Rotola had just put up, but some of the things that tie into it, like Model UN, for example, mock trial, environmental club, student government, which I'm also the advisor for, Lions Roar newspaper. So there's a lot of great opportunities and a lot of things that kind of cross each other and have a lot of connections as well, that you can take an opportunity to look at and really dig in. You could really benefit from it, especially, when you're going into applying for colleges too. It kind of will make you stand out in the application process as well. And that's one of the things that I always tell my students, whether they're, freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior, do something to make yourself stand out. Do something that's going to really, catch admission's eye. And the pathway is definitely one of those things that can do that and that you can utilize to your advantage.
And Lauren, just to clarify as well, in the past we had a paper application, but now it's been made digital. So if you feel that it's a good fit for you, that will also be on the website I mentioned before, and you just need to fill it out. And it's due, I believe, in mid to late February, so you have plenty of time to think about it.
Okay, thank you. For the classes, like what classes would I be taking for it?
So with your guidance counselors, generally the classes align with social studies, and the social studies teacher will be working with the guidance counselor. There's multiple classes, so specifically how it's tiered based on freshman through your senior year. You could see your basic core history classes. There's also recent American history. Miss Morales could probably speak to some of the new courses that might be being offered next year, because I'm not totally, I don't want to give false information, but Ms. Morales, is there any new courses that are tied to the pathway for next year?
Yes, there's actually a bunch you'll see on the website page. I'm just going to read you some of them. We've got some really great courses. We have a new course called Modern Global Issues. We have one called The Holocaust and Genocide. We have one called Power and Prejudice. And then we have ones that have been popular for a long time, such as Law, Justice, and Society, Western Civic Leadership, which you would take your senior year, which is a really great class. But there's really actually dozens of options you'll have. Mock trials, a really popular one. Sociology, AP Human Geography, even journalism fits in. So there's a lot of different options. So you'll see that chart with all the different choices that you have. So Lauren, if you don't have any more questions, you are free to check out a different pathway. The links are on the Middletown North homepage. We're doing kind of 10-minute Q&A. So if you're curious about the STEM pathway or BMAP or the Arts Academy, you can join that. Otherwise, if you don't have any more questions for us, which we're still open for, we wish you well, and please reach out to either of us if you have any questions about GLP3.
Hi, Ms. Corner. How are you?
Hi, good. I'm good. I'm sitting here with my daughter, Shay.
Shay, how you doing? How are you both doing? Okay?
I'm good.
Great. So were you guys able to watch the video on GLP3 by any chance, to kind of give you a little bit of background?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So obviously, through watching that, you kind of got the basic premise behind the GLP3 pathway. One of the things that is the basic requirement is that we have seminars once a month, guest speakers. So during normal scheduling, block scheduling, it would normally take place during the block 3 and 4 lunch advisory block. But because of virtual scheduling right now, the time frame is from 12:30 to about 1:15, 1:30. So every month we have a guest speaker from a different field come in. For example, this month we had Detective Simon from the Middletown Police Department. Next month we have Mayor Perry from Middletown, who will be speaking. February we have the FBI that's going to be speaking. March we have the Department of Defense. And then April, Air Force, and that's where we're lined up to this point. So we have a lot of different career paths and guest speakers that come in. And if you join the pathway, it's great too, because from freshman year through senior year, that's a matter of about 40 guest speakers. So hopefully, one of them might pique your interest in a possible field that maybe you weren't aware of, or maybe you wanted some more insight on. So it's a really great opportunity to take advantage of if you can. Are there any questions that you might have had as far as how to participate in the pathway, or how to get the ball rolling as far as signing up and things to that nature? I'm not sure. Maybe Michael might be having an audio issue, so I'm gonna speak anyway about the pathway. So, Michael, the GLP3 pathway is a great opportunity. Throughout the 4 years here at Middletown High School North, we have seminars that happen once a month. So basically there's 10 seminars per year, and throughout the course of our students' time at Middletown North, you're exposed to 40 different guest speakers, all different fields. And just to kind of give you an example, for the month of December here at Middletown North, we had Detective Darren Simon from the Middletown Police Department. For the month of January, we're going to have Mayor Tony Perry, who will be coming in and speaking as well. And I think Michael's got audio now. Hi, Mike.
Hi.
Were you able to hear me speak before you logged into the other? Okay, great.
We lost you from a little bit, but it's okay.
So I was basically just talking about the seminars and the guest speakers that we have coming in, and they touch upon all different fields. So I was basically saying that over the course of your 4 years at Middletown High School North, if you're a part of the pathway, you are exposed to about 40 different seminars and guest speakers throughout all different fields. And it really gives you a sense of understanding, maybe if you weren't interested in a specific field, that maybe after, hearing from one of these guest speakers, that it might, create a sense of interest. So it's a really great opportunity. One of our students that graduated last year, Michaela Foley, she was amazing with the program. And she's now at Monmouth University. She's involved in student government there, and she's actually going to pursue a career in law enforcement as well, based on our pathway. So it does provide a lot of benefits for students. And if you are interested in getting involved in the pathway, Ms. Morales, who's also on with us, said that tomorrow you should be receiving an email, Ms. Morales, correct, from guidance?
Yes, that's correct. Guidance will be sending you an email with a link to the course selection guide.
Okay.
So if you have any interest in that, so like I said, all different fields. We have people from government, we have people from law enforcement, all different fields, and it really provides insight. I know 2 years ago we had Brian Thompson from NBC News, who's a reporter. He came and spoke to our students as well. So we have a whole bunch of different avenues as well that, and it also ties into a lot of our co-curriculars as well here at Middletown North. Newspaper, for example, mock trial environmental club, FBLA, TV production, newspaper. I think I said that already. I repeated myself, sorry. Student government. So there's really a great opportunity, and it also allows you to kind of stand out when you're applying for colleges as far as the involvement in the program. And it kind of gives you an extra thing to utilize when you're applying for colleges as well. So great. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to email me at any point. Nice talking to you. Have a good night and be safe.